All right, we're still testing this out. So from the last live feed, we ran into a problem where the display wasn't working properly. So we think we got that figured out. So let's just go ahead and restart again. Golden dot start. We'll get the battery on first. New gen. Utilities. Left gen. Right gen. Backup gen. Left and right. And start up APU. First we're going to put it on. Wait a couple of seconds and then turn it on. Let's see if at least right now we're gonna get things started properly. Much better. All right, now that okay, this is now proper. Displays are fired up. So next thing we're gonna do, we're just going to go back up to the overhead. You want to turn on left back and right back. You want to turn on nav, emergency, and then ADRU. And what you're going to see now is the alignment right here. We got it a little bit speed up, so we should be able to align pretty quickly. So we're going to go straight to the pedestal. We're going to turn on comms. We also need to set a transponder to 1200, and you see I'm using the Optiva to do the dials, so we're going to do 1200, and then also we're going to turn on our transponder. So for clearance we need to dial to 120350, so COM1, dialing it to 120350. Okay, we'll dial up there. So we can now start working on our FFC. First gonna grab our position from GPS. OMDB is our departure. OTHH is our arrival. Today's QTR 924. So we have a departure today out of 30 right. And we're going to use Navi 3 Foxtrot. Activate that. We're heading direct to mobile. And then through P699, I'm going to head to Oksari. And it's going to be M430 to Tosna. Then for our arrival, we're going to be using ILS 34 right, flag no transition, and it's going to be the toss into our arrival. Right, we're going to go look at our route, make sure that we don't have any breaks there. Everything looks up. We got a break right here, so okay, we fix that. And we're going to execute that. So at this point we can go ahead and request for clearance. Clearance Qatar 924 Heavy at Bravo 9er with information Alpha, ready to copy IFR to Doha International.
Qatari 924 Heavy is cleared to Doha Hamad INTL, Oscar Tango Hotel Hotel. Climb to flight level 260 via the Navi 3F departure. Departure on 124.675, squawk 4351.
Qatari 924 Heavy, clear to Doha International, climb to flight level 260 via the Navi 3F departure. Departure on 1224.675, squawk 4351.
Qatari 924 Heavy, read back correct. Ground on 118.35. Have a great day.
Alright, so 4351 is our squawk, so let's just put that in there. Taxi is going to be on 118350. Alright, so here we have our zero fuel weight, which is 386 today. So 386. Enter right here. We've already been told that we're going to be cruising at 260, so I'll put that in there. And today's flight index is 122, cost index that is, and our reserve is going to be 11.2. Alright, we're going to go ahead and use SimBrief to calculate our takeoff. Okay, so select temperature is 56, DTO to departure, flaps 5, CG is right here at 32.6. And what we have for speed is 148 is our V1. 154 is our VR. And then V2 will be 160 today. It's going to come right up here and set it as well. Alright. I've said that our cruising altitude today is going to be 26,000. Touch the sensor sometimes. Alright. Flight director's on. Nav. Arm. And then our departure runway is 30 right, and bearing on that one is 299. So that's 299. Okay. Alright, so we have our FMC pretty much set up, so let's go back up to the overhead that we can finish setting up overhead. Alright, so the next thing we're going to be doing is primary left and right. Go ahead and turn on those smoking sign and fasten secure signs as well. Fuel pumps on. Now turn on cycle. Vesper. Lead. And turn on beacon. Like I said, LTIs to auto. And window heats on. And we're going to go ahead and do checklist before we get pushback. Battery parking brake is set. Battery switch is on. Primary flight computers, that's closed. Trust auto, APU gen switch is on, check. Entertainment, passengers on, check. Cabin utility on, check. Left, right, plus right is auto, check. Generator control switch on, check. APU selector start on, check. Navigation lights are on, check. Exterior lights not required. Emergency exit arm, check. Left and right flap, check. On. ADRU on, check. FMC set. Window heats are on. Primary left and right on. Left and right set it to off for now. No smoking is on. Engine start selectors, both are no. Auto start switch is on. Fuel pumps are on. Check. Equipment cooling on. Gas boost switch on. Check. Cycle fans on. Check. Flight deck temperature controls are all set. Check. Left and right pack control switch. Auto check. And left isolation valves auto check. Engine APU bleed air on auto check. Pressurization panel set auto check. ATIS, we already have that received. We already have our FMC program. Flight directors on check. AT arm check. Left and right. LNAV required check. VNAV check. Flight instruments, all check. Auto brake RTO.
Auto brake in use.
Audio panel set. Transponder set to TCAS check. Takeoff briefing. Okay, so for the takeoff briefing, what we're going to be doing is departure on 30 right via Navi 3F. We will be heading to DB 570. We'll be turning left towards DB 586 and 587 until we go ahead and hit Mobile. Mobile, yes. Right. So that's what our departure is going to look like. Alright, we're going to go ahead and request pushback. Goodbye ground, Qatar 924 heavy at Bravo Niner, request pushback at engine start.
Qatar 924 heavy pushback and engine start approved.
Pushback and engine start approved, Qatar 924 heavy. Ground, we're ready for pushback.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Alright, we actually need to make sure that the doors and hatches indeed are closed, so we're going to back up here. So right now I'm down here on the pedestal. Doors are actually not closed, so let's just go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and set it to auto. And then we're going to go to ground services, just make sure that have everything disconnected.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, look, everything's looking good. Let's go back up here. Release parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
Alright, we will have them facing south. Go ahead and start engine number 2. Okay, engine number 2 started, engine number 1 start.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Set parking brakes.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Set TCAS to on. Both engines stabilized. Ground, both engines stabilized. You may disconnect. We'll set both engines to continue. Set flaps to 5.
Echo is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye, ground control 924 Heavy Bravo 9er, with information offer, ready to taxi.
Qatari 924 Heavy taxi to runway 30 right.
Taxi to runway 30 right, Qatari 924 Heavy. Okay, set ourselves now to 118. Decimal 750 for the tower. And then get ready for our departure, which is at 124, 675. We're going to go ahead and turn on our taxi. Do the checklist. If you forgot something, you need to double check flight controls. So let's go to flight controls here. Get our brakes. Alright, flight controls are good. Snap trim was supposed to be at 2.5. Okay, so there. Alright, so we can go back to engines and then work that out. Taxi checklist. Left right generators on. Check. AP selector off. Check. Left right pack control switch. Auto check. Left center right isolation valves. Check. Engine bleed on check. Flaps 5 set. Check. Recall. Let's do a quick recall. Check. Low display unit off. Check. Anti-ice set to auto check. Taxi lights are on. Runway turn off and on as well. And ready to taxi. Alright, using our tiller. To steer our way to the departure runway. Keep our speed at 20. Tiller sometimes is quite sensitive. cross runway 30 left. Traffic. I'm going to go ahead and let tower know that we are 30 right. So I'm going to go through a quick before takeoff checklist. Parking brake set, cabin lights as required, flight instruments all checked, engine instruments all checked, takeoff data V1 148 check, 154 for VR check, 160 for VR2 check there, V2 check, navigation equipment check. Tower, Qatar 924 Heavy, ready at runway 30 right, 30 right.
Qatar 924 Heavy, runway 30 right, back taxi, line up and wait.
Runway 30 right, back taxi, line up and wait. Qatar 924 Heavy. Alright. Let's go ahead and line up. Go back now. Port. Alright, let's make sure we got everything pulled off the line. Do. This for a while.
Qatari 924 Heavy, wind is light and variable, runway 30 right, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, Qatar 924 Heavy. Alright. Takeoff lights. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and set 40% first. Knots, check.
Viewer, rotate. Positive rate.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Qatari number 24 Heavy, contact departure on 124.675.
Departure on 124.675, Qatar 924 Heavy. Departure Qatar 924 Heavy at flight level 140.
Qatari number 24 Heavy, good morning. Radar contact.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Flaps up.
Flaps up. Qatari number 24 Heavy, contact center on 132.15. Have a good morning.
Center 132.15, Qatar 924 Heavy. Good morning. Center Qatar 924 Heavy at flight level 10.
Radar contact. Altimeter 2192.
Alright, we can go ahead and set autopilot now.
Qatari 924 Heavy, climb to flight level 260 via the Navi 3 after departure.
Climb to flight level 260 by the 93 after departure. Return 24 Heavy. Alright. So we're nicely set. Set the autopilot on. Gonna go ahead. We're past 10,000, so we can turn off the lights. You can also turn off the fast seatbelt signs. Auto. Turn engines to norm. It's a very short flight, so we need to kind of now set our fix. Ready for 3, 4 right. 5 miles out. 10 miles out. 58. We want to go ahead and set a barometer to 356 for minimums.
That's around 128.125. Have a good morning.
Center to 128.125, Victoria 92, go ahead. Okay, let's just go to 128. Decimal 125. Guitar 94 heavy at 20,000, getting to 260.
Qatari 924 Heavy, radar contact.
So we have our fix set. The next thing we need to make sure of is we need to go ahead and set our approach speed. So we're just going to do 30 flaps and 130K. I'm just going to add the next flap. 5, so that'll be 5. Legs. Next time we'll try to put a bit more control on zoom so that you're able to see a little bit the displays a little bit closer. Not sure how clear it is right now. We can also move the camera from side to side so that you can see view looks like. just after takeoff. Autopilot is engaged. Altimeter is set to standard. Let the fasten seatbelt set off. Engine instruments monitoring. Fuel quantity. We're at about 27. Good. No lights. So for our arrival today, we're going to be coming on 34 right. So it's an interesting arrival that they have into Doha. Once we get there, we'll be able to see it, but just have to kind of start controlling our descent when the time comes. So looking now, so we'll be at 260 which is away. Right on the cross, going to start going down to flight level 200. What else? Yeah, let's just walk along a little bit to see what show okay. Return and a 2-4 heavy. Roger. Yeah, I'm now finally seeing some of the questions, and yes, this is a sim. This is a sim built at home. I use multiple displays, but they're not, you've seen me use touch in there. They're not very expensive displays. I use a frame to create the touch on a normal TV and a normal monitor. So it's a home sim, multiple displays so that I can have the pedestal separately, can control the midpoint control and the overheading control as well as be able to run any of the MCP as well. So that's the special part about this setup. Very cheap, not expensive. These frames run anywhere from $120 to maybe $140. But they're custom made. You put them around the monitor and the whole monitor becomes touch. So that's some of the cool things. Descend by Thus NR2, M2R, arrival to turn and a 2-4 head. Okay, so we're getting close to our descent point, so we need to start preparing for that. That's the fun part. Landing this guy out. So yeah. So let's see. Some of the preparation that we're gonna do is our descent, anti-ice. We're set still on auto check. Landing altitude is going to be almost close to sea level check. We did the recall already. Radio altimeter, we're going to be at 2992. Auto brake, we're going to set that to 3 today.
Auto brake disarmed.
Auto brake set to 3. And we're going to soon start our descent right at about close to Tosna. So we've got about 50 nautical miles before we're going to do another descent. So go ahead and get this one a little bit more visible. Yeah, so that's the preparation to make. And actually, I'm going to try to see if I can show you my Navi chart here. Let's see, let's keep turning this around. Let's see if it's going to work. Okay, it's showing the Navi chart, but it's not as close maybe, but just wanted to show you what our arrival is going to be. So this is live, it basically connects. This is where we are coming in. So they have a way of routing you to align you to just finally land onto 35 right. So this is where we're going to start losing some altitude in preparation for our arrival. That's not bad. What? Okay, let's go from the other way. X-Plane really has done an awesome job about how the display is rendered. I know that it's not as crisp as the MS Flight Sim, but they're getting there. So we're coming up on Tosna, so we need to now start preparing. So we have VNAV pretty much well loaded, so all I have to do now is set altitude to 20,000. Like I said, the back touch is a bit sensitive. And what you're going to see is right when we're going to get close to Tosna, we're going to start losing some altitude. And something also will manage the speed as well, so which is super nice. Now we get closer and closer, I start using more flat level change so that I can control speed. Center on 132.15. Good morning, Control 924 heavy. Alright, so they want us to go to 132.15. Center Control 924 at flight level 260, descending via the toss M2R. So right now we're going to start seeing, we're very close to the top of descent. So right now it's just about to cross that, where you're going to start seeing automatically the VNAV kicking in, and starting to actually start bringing us down. We're going to gradually descend to almost close to 7,500, but we get close to the airport. So yeah, so that should be starting about, I would say, about 4.2 nautical miles, about 2 miles out. So this is where we let the crew and of course the center on 127.525 for Victoria 924 heading. Okay, we start our descent. Center, good morning, Victoria 924 heavy, flight level 258, descending via the cross NR2, arrival. Right, so now you can see it, it's going to start bringing us down to flight level 200. Alright, so just going to get this one a little bit closer here. Not that close. Alright, so next we're going to flight level 150 here. Central 126.7. Good morning, Victoria 924 heading. Okay. The classes on from one center to another as we get closer. Center, good morning, Victoria 924 heavy at flight level 190. Descending via the toss end to our arrival.
Radar contact.
So we're doing well on our descent. Okay, now that we are at flight level 1530, our next step will be to flight level 12,000. So let's just go there. Local on the altimeter. Altimeter 2992, turn 924 heavy. Approach on 119.725 for guitar 924 heavy. Okay, we're getting really close because now we're dialing into approach 119.725. Approach guitar 924 heavy at flight level 12,400 on the toss end to our right. So this is when I go to flight level change. Altimeter 2992 for guitar 924 heavy. Clear for ILS 34 right approach to guitar 924 heavy at pilot's instruction. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and lower this to 240. So airport is on to our right, so we're going to do a bit of a maneuver, so leaving some space and get aligned. Sending to flight level 11,000. Change. 3000. Get close. And if you start seeing speed going up, we'll go ahead and put speed brake. Alright, we're coming along pretty nicely. So just gonna go ahead and put this to 6,000. Quick checklist, the probe checklist. Altimeter 299 to check. Localizer frequency at AZM check. Localizer code courses at 336 check. Passenger sign is on. And the landing lights are going to be on now.
Contact 924 Heavy. Contact Delta on ISPL Tower on 118.025.
Doha International Tower on 118.025, Victoria 924 Heavy. Okay, we're talking to the tower now. Next. Getting close. Tower Victoria 924 at flight level 7,600 on toss into water arrival. Continue approach with runway 34 right, Victoria 924 heavy. Okay, so runway is actually right in front of us right now, but we're going to turn left and then align for an ILS arrival. So everything's looking good. We're going to start gaining some speed a little bit. Pretty much everything is set. Checking everything up here. Everything looks green, nice. Trying to figure out why the radio communication sounds a little bit low, so we might need to fix that.
Qatari 924 heavy, wind is light and variable, clear to land runway 34 right.
Clear to run, runway 34 right, Qatar 924 heavy. Okay, clear to land. So, we're going to continue losing some speed, so now we're going to set this to 2,500. Change, we're going to keep that in a bit. Because I'm on the iPhone for the camera, I'm sorry I cannot see any of your remarks live. I'm going to try to figure that one out next, so I'm not able to respond quickly. But I'll make sure that I'll check everything and respond to each and every one of you. Okay, so right now, after Mux, we're going to just go ahead and vector into Logma. So I'm just going to come up here, hit Logma, put it on the vector, set execute. So now when we get there, we're just going to turn right around to catch the localizer. Go ahead and slow down to 185. Go ahead and put a speed brake there. Go ahead and set flaps to 5.
Flaps 1, flaps 5.
And speed brakes off. Just go ahead and leave them out for 156. And go ahead and bring the speed back down to 170. $169. So we're waiting now for localizer to come active so that we can go ahead and arm approach. It's almost there. Localizer is alive. Arm approach. Next, we're going to wait for the glide slope to come alive so that we can go ahead and bring the gears down. That's one. The crew out there, ready to landing. So waiting for the glide slope to come alive. Glide slope is alive. Gear down.
Gear down.
Set flaps to 15.
Flaps 15.
Slows down to 150. Glide slope captured. Our reference speed arrival is 135. Set speed to 140. Set flaps to 20.
Flaps 20.
Flaps 25.
Flaps 25.
Speed to 137. Set flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
Approach checklist, altimeter check, 2992, localized vehicles check, approach, armed, gear down, flaps set, speed brake, arm,
Speed brakes up.
landing flaps set. Alright, brakes are on. Now we take over. Power of room. Yeah, it's not my best landing for sure. Yeah, not the best landing.
Auto brake dissolved.
I have to use the whole runway here. Yeah. Wasn't the best of landings, that's for sure. That's great. The brakes are sometimes sensitive, that's why. I should have gone around on this one, but it is what it is. Flaps up. Let's just get that right here. Let's turn on APU.
Auto brake in use.
This is how she rolled. Okay, a lot to learn, but not the best landing. We'll do better next time. All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. All right, let me see if I can look at some of the chat stuff and start answering some of this. Okay. Yes, sorry, Jody said hi. I know. I need to figure out on how to view the chat while I'm flying. Wow, I never saw a cockpit. Okay, cool. Appreciate it, Jody. Where am I going to next? Need to figure that one out. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So this is a sim cockpit here. So it's not live, but almost good enough to fool a few of you. Looks like. Okay, folks. Really appreciate it. And until next time.